This is your friendly reminder that most men do not leave relationships. And this is statistically proven by a study that showed that nearly 70% of divorces are initiated by women.
Have you ever noticed that these men would not leave the relationship even when they are tired, even when they are fed up, even when they don't like their partner anymore? They will still be there. And I feel like they are always there because they're still benefiting something from you. If they're not benefiting anything from you, I personally feel like they will just let you go. But then they will put you there, even just put you there, just be there. Especially the ones that have wives, they'll just put their wives there. Then they'll go out there and go and cheat, go and have different girlfriend, and you see them talking to young girls over there. Oh, I'm tired of my marriage. They leave. They won't leave. So if you feel like you're in a relationship as a woman, if as a woman you feel like you're in a relationship and you're like, and if he doesn't want me, then he should leave. You might wait for so long and you might waste your time. Let me roll this clip for you all to watch to the end, and I'll be back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
This is your friendly reminder that most men do not leave relationships. And this is statistically proven by a study that showed that nearly 70% of divorces are initiated by women. So, sister girl, if you have begged and pleaded that man to show up differently for you, begged and pleaded him to stop certain behaviors, begged and pleaded him to respect certain boundaries, and he has not done it, it's not because he doesn't understand. It's not because it's not clicking. He does not want to be there, but he is not going to leave. You have to leave. I don't know who this is for, but I just wanted to remind y'all that because get the fuck out of there. This is your friendly reminder that most men do not leave relationships.
Y'all really underestimate the selfishness of some dudes, man. Just because he clearly doesn't like you doesn't mean he'd want another dude to experience you. And if I'm being quite honest, 9 times out of 10, that's really what it comes down to. I know dudes who be mentally checked out from a relationship for months, but will much rather keep you around than watch you move on. Especially if you actually look good. You really think he'd actually want to see you walking around with another dude? Let's be real, man. Let's be real.
This is your friendly reminder that most men do not leave relationships.
I'm going to tell you guys a story. I've told it before, but it bears repeating. A long time ago, my boyfriend in undergrad was telling me about a breakup with his guy friend and his girlfriend. And the girl broke up with him. And I was like, oh my God, I hope he's okay. And my then boyfriend started laughing and was like, oh, he's fine. And I was like, what do you mean? And he said that this guy had been trying to get her to break up with him for months. She did break up with him. Then she came and tried to patch things up and they got back together. And he was like, he finally thinks it's for good this time. That's when I learned that men will not leave a relationship even if he doesn't want to be with the woman that he's with. So that is why I direct a lot of my attention to you, ladies. Please do not fall into the trap of thinking, well, if he wanted to leave, he would. He won't.
There's a saying, some people say this, and they'll be like, if your husband is treating you bad and you clearly know that the marriage is not going to work, of course, they will tell you, let him be the one to push you out of the house. Do not get out of the house. Let him be the one to leave you first before you go. I feel like they say that to women that are, in the marriage that want to just let out, but they don't know what to do, or they're looking for advice. They say that to them so that they will keep suffering. So probably they might even get unalive during the suffer because I don't understand why you have to wait for the man to push you out. You have to wait for the man to, tell you he's no longer interested. He's not saying it with his mouth, but he's showing you with his action. He's showing you with every single thing he can show you. But you are like, until he says it with his mouth, until he starts the process before I get out. I just feel like these women are just wasting their time. I just feel like there are a lot of things you can do with your time, with your energy, that you keep on waiting for this man to change or for this man to say some things that probably, when he's tired of me, when he's really, really tired of me, it will let me go. This man can even marry somebody they don't love. They just married the ones. Most of these men marry the ladies. We've talked about this conversation. These men, they marry the ladies that are available when they are ready to marry. It's not the one that is their dream girl. You see them when wives. There's one video going viral on TikTok, and the wives were asking their husband putting camera on their face, asking their husband, am I your dream girl? Most of them, they just marry because they're not their dream girl. They have their dream girl. They see them talking about this Beyonce, da 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 da. This one is my dream girl. But the woman in front of them is not their dream girl. They just want to have somebody that can produce children for them, that can, tolerate a lot of BS that they're going to throw out to you, and just be staying at home and doing nothing. I feel like that's what most of them do. And at the end of the day, when they get tired of the thing, they start, misbehaving. They start, showing so much behavior that might makes you want to just leave. But sometimes people might tell you, don't go until it leaves. I personally will not tell you that. I just feel like it's just a way of allowing women to still stay in an unhappy marriage, which is not fair to women, because you're going to waste your time, you're going to waste your energy, you're going to waste your efforts, you're going to waste a lot of things that you're not going to get back. So there's no point waiting for the man to just just leave. Just leave.
I don't know if anybody ever told you this, but a man will not take you seriously until you take action that he desperately dislikes and never believed you would take. This is why women say he never took me seriously until I packed up to leave. He never wanted to change or go to counseling until I left. You hear it all the time. And so what do? We threaten them with action. And then we get more and more and more frustrated because they don't respond to our threats. Men do not respond to threats. Men only respond to action. So here's what you do. If you have to actually tell them, I say that because a man should know you well enough to know when something hurts your feelings. He should care that it hurts your feelings and be mature enough emotionally to ask you about it, and you'll have a conversation about it. Or you just bring it up and ask for what you need, and then action is taken to remedy the situation. But if you do have to say, this is a deal breaker for me, you better only say it one time, and you better mean it. And you need to know what your or else is before you ever say it. Be prepared to follow through with it. Because if you say it and you don't follow through with it, neither you nor he will respect you for it. If you ask him to spend time with you, which you should not be having to do, and he still doesn't take action, what he has lost on that day is he has lost a partner. You might not move out. He has lost a partner. And on that day, you realized that you may be living in the same household, but you have a roommate and not a love partner. And so you are pretty much free to move about the cabin. And so you may take your time and the action that you take on that. You may take your time and have the conversations that you have with him around that. If he wants to be a roommate, it might hurt you like all get out, but he can be a roommate until you are ready to move out. What we're not going to have is a roommate some days and pretend like it's anything else on other days. Unless you like that. If you like that, that's fine. And that's really the question. Does that work for you? And my guess is it doesn't. If it does, that's fine. But my guess is that it doesn't. And only you can answer that.
Yes, I totally agree with her. When you always say things that, oh, this is what I'm going to do if you keep doing this to me, this is what I'm going to do. When you always say that to your partner, I feel like they will not even take you serious until they see action. Until they start seeing action. They need to start saying action. You have to just stop talking. And that is why Sprinkle Sprinkle always say, Sprinkle Sprinkle, yes. She says it. You have to show action. Not every time you do the talking, I'm going to show you this, I'm going to do that. Just shh. The things that is afraid that you might not do it. And see them changing their ways. See them trying to make things right. See them trying to, work things, and you are the one talking, oh, let's make things work, but they are not changing. The moment you start doing the things that they don't expect you to do, because all you do is talk about it, but you don't do it, that moment they'll start changing. If you agree with that, let me know down in the comment section. All right, so in today's conversation, we're talking about if you're waiting for a man to leave you before you go, knowing that there's nothing going to work in the relationship, you are wasting your time. Most of them will not let you go because they just don't want another person to have you. It's not because they are not done with you. It's because the thought of someone else being with you, they cannot understand why they want to have another person to be with you at all. And we also talk about when you're tired of talking, always take action. Always try to do when you okay, these are the things I'm going to do. Just take the action and see how things plays out. Let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section, and thank you all so much for tuning in. And of course, you all, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.